Hey friends, Kevin Goehring here, your Sacramento Stockton area Realtor and lender, here with this week's weekly real estate report. Well, hey, let's go over and take a look at the chart. I want to start with this because I got something I want to share with you here in a second. It's, I don't know, interesting. But let's take a look at this. So right now we've got available inventory, which has reached its plateau and seems to be holding down here low. And as I've said before, I expect that to happen for a couple of months, probably till into March, according to the historical data. I also mentioned last week that I believe that we were due to see the buying season start again. And sure enough, look at that. People are out there buying. But as always, well, as always lately at least, if we take a look at the available inventory and the fact that people are out there buying more homes, then homes are, I want to say, kind of flying off the shelf there, which supply and demand, we are seeing the median home price again start to go up, along with, of course, sales are going to start going up. So, yeah, if you're a home buyer, that is not the best news in the world. If you're a home seller, that's fantastic news, right? Just throw your house out there and someone's going to buy it, right? Well, not exactly. You know, if we look at some of the behind the scenes data, what is interesting is the average combined days on the market. How many days a home is on the market for these down here, the available homes, is actually 54 days on the market, which is kind of shocking to think that a home out there in this market's sitting for nearly 2 months. But if we stop and take a look at the homes that have sold, what is the average days on the market for the homes that sold this week? And it is only 26 days. So that tells me, and it should tell you, that if a home is priced correctly, it is going to sell very quickly. 26 days is the average. If you don't price it correctly and you think, well, just throw a high number on there. You know, buyers are stupid. They'll pay anything these days. Well, it's going to set because, as I always say, buyers are really not stupid. At least the buyers I work with, I educate them and they make good choices. Now, speaking of good choices and where we've gone, it was interesting for me as I was thinking about today, where have we been? You know, what's the past look like? And what does this path look like? So anyway, I want you to take a look at this. This home right here, 2010, about the bottom of the market when we saw the housing market crash. Now, I want to remind you, before that, it looked just like we're seeing now. Prices were nearly the same. And that's 12 years ago, or even before, because we got to go back to 2007, 2006, when home prices were outrageous. It was the same market. You know, you put a house for sale back then and it was a parade of cars going through. People wore out the door hinges getting in to look at these homes. Prices were going crazy. Similar market. A few years later, bam, right, this home right here, 2010, 5-bedroom, 3-bath, Elk Grove home in a fantastic area, sold for $307,000. Folks, this is a 3,400 square foot home, and this is not some bargain. I just pulled up, hey, what sold over 3,000 square foot in the Elk Grove area. I picked Elk Grove because it's kind of in the middle of where I'm working. And what could you get for your money back then for $300,000? This is what you get. Now let's take a look at what you could get today for the same amount of money. And this is what you get today. You would get this Oak Park home that's in a not terribly desirable area of Sacramento. $305,000, 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 768 square feet. That is where we have been in the last 12 years. All right, you think that's kind of weird. Check this one out. The median list price right now for these green homes that I've talked about, the homes that are available, the median list price is currently $625,000. You think that's bad? Be glad I'm using the median price, because if I was going by average price, the average price right now for an available home is $1.1 million. All right, so I tell you all this to say that we've been through this before. Those of us who have been in real estate for a long time, we've seen this. Yes, I know that it's if you're a buyer, you're looking at it, you think, man, I got to get in now because it's getting worse and worse and worse. And while I don't have a crystal ball and anything could happen, I could certainly be wrong. Have been before, will be again. I believe that we're going to see a correction at some point, and home prices are going to turn around and they are going to come down. And when it happens, it will probably happen so rapid, so suddenly that it's going to catch everybody off guard. However, there'll be all of those that come out of the woodwork. So I told you this is going to happen. Well, of course, eventually it always does happen. But when is the thing that I'm going to tell you? I have no idea. I have no idea when this will happen, but it wouldn't take much for something to change. So anyway, if you're a home buyer, thinking about buying a home, and you just are frustrated with the current market, I just want to encourage you that it will change. Now, if you're a home seller thinking, wow, let's just hold off and see, it just keeps going up and up. Also, things will change. Someday it will suddenly happen where boom. And when it happened last time, it was so shockingly sudden. I mean, we had homes on the market before the crash, and they were on the market for a week or two, and then it crashed, and it was like that fast. So we're going to our sellers saying, look, hey, I know we just listed your house for, $700,000, but man, we got to drop it by like $20,000 this week. And sometimes we get a home seller who wouldn't listen and say, man, let's go 5,000. And the next week it come down, okay, had you listened to me last week and we dropped it by 20, we would have sold. But now we got to drop it by 30 or 40. And that was every single week. That's how fast it slid, right? You had to get under the market. So that's where we've been. Who knows where we're headed? But that is certainly what the market is looking like right now. Let's talk about rates real quick. Almost forgot about that. Rates are actually kind of stagnant this week. 3.55% at 0.7 of a point up front is what Freddie Mac is reporting is the average. Keep in mind, you listen to the talk radio, it's all they talk about right now. Rates are going up, rates are going up. The Fed is going to raise rates. Yes, the Fed is definitely going to be raising rates, but keep in mind that the Fed does not necessarily, they don't raise mortgage rates. It's an open market thing. It's complicated, but it's not controlled by the Fed. If the Fed controlled interest rates, then all rates would be the same. They're all different. But I want you to know that when investors know that rates are going to be going up, which they do, they pre-price it in. So what we're looking at, the current rate, should really reflect what investors believe is going to happen with the rates coming up. So it's kind of already priced in. It's not like you have some deadline where, oh no, Fed's raising rates in March. I got to get my refi, or I got to purchase before March when the rates go up. No. Rates are probably going to start trickling up slowly for quite a while, I would anticipate, because 3.55 is a fantastic rate, and we've got almost nowhere to go but up. But I just tell you all that to say that the Feds don't necessarily control the rates, and there's not some deadline that you have to meet. So anyway, that is the report for this week. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Talk to you later. Bye.